Hello, welcome to the Echo Tips podcast. That jingle may have sounded a little different, and you're not wrong. That's because today's episode is once again digging into our archives and pulling some gems out. These are episodes that were listened to more than any other episode and hence have a real value in our community. So I thought I'd bring this one back out of our archives, and it's dealing with searching your calendar. So once you've placed something on there, how do you find it again? And in a future episode, we'll probably be addressing a new notification feature with the calendar where you can get actual chimes connected with appointments and the like. But first off, I think you'll find this one super beneficial, and let me press the rewind button and we'll go back to that. We welcome you to the Echo Tips podcast. This is episode number 36, and we got a lot of good information in store for you today. Our subject today for episode 36 is going to be searching your calendar. So in episodes past in season 1, we talked about adding and deleting appointments, and that's still very cool. But today we're going to talk about, well, how do you find the thing once you stuck it on your calendar? Maybe it was months ago, a doctor's appointment, whatever. How do you search your calendar using nothing but your voice? So before I get into that content, first we have a little message about the Echo Tips podcast. This episode is brought to you by the New Vision program at Goodwill. We're also grateful for the kind use of WVTF Studios. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments living in Southwest Virginia. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving the New River, Roanoke, and Shenandoah Valleys of Virginia. Goodwill's mission services help individuals with disabilities and disadvantages to get back to work and gain greater independence. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. So, hello, welcome back. If this is your first listening to this podcast, well, we'd like to welcome you. I'm David Ward, an assistive technology instructor with the New Vision program. And today's episode, as we stated earlier, is going to be about searching your calendar with your Amazon Echo. Searching for those appointments you might have set months ago. You don't remember when it is. How do you do that with nothing but your voice? But before I start demonstrating some examples of that, it'd be a good time, and we've said this many times in episodes past, to shut the ears off on your Amazon Echo, especially if that's what you're listening to this tutorial in. We don't want to be giving commands here in the studio and your Echo think that we're talking to it and it messing things up. So if you locate that button on the top of your Echo, it's got a little silhouetted microphone on it with a slash through it. If you press that, it'll turn it red, usually the red ring on the top, make a thump sound that tells you her ears are shut off and she won't respond to her name. Now, if you have one with a screen on it and the screen's facing you, there's a button similar on the top left corner, and that'll shut off top edge rim of that, shut that off as well, put a red bar at the bottom. Just give you a second to do that, and then we'll get right into our examples. All right, so now that you've had a chance to do that, just to flash back, we have talked about the calendar in times past, adding and deleting appointments, and that's super powerful, and it uses third-party calendar services, either through Microsoft, Google, or the Apple Calendar, whichever one you've set up. But if you want to learn more about that, look back at episode number 17 of season 1, Using the Calendar, and I'll go more into depth to that. But today, we're going to be talking about this particular aspect of searching the calendar. And so that could be really useful if something that you've set on there, you forgot about it, and you're trying to figure out when that dreaded doctor's appointment's coming up or whatever the thing is that you're trying to do. So I've already put a doctor's appointment on my calendar, and so let's see if I can find it now. Alexa, when's my next doctor's appointment?
Here's what I found related to that. Doctor's appointment in 1 week, August the 30th, on August 27th at 9 a.m.
Okay, so there you go. So that's pretty cool. And we can even use a different phrase. Alexa, search my calendar for doctor.
Here's what I found related to that. Dr. Kevorkian, on April 1st at 9 a.m., and Performance Evaluation Meeting, on Wednesday at 10 a.m.
Okay, I'm not too sure why I gave the other one, unless I'm meeting with a doctor for my performance evaluation. But anyway, I put Dr. Kevorkian on there, just kind of to have something on there. But anyway, so that's an interesting example. So interestingly, when I first tested this, it actually does something a little unique depending on the phrase you use. Either search my calendar or when's my next doctor's appointment. If you use the first example, next appointment, it not only will search the calendar, it sometimes will also search the reminders. So you might recall reminders are kind of like alarms you can set, but they have verbal tags to them. So like if I say, set a reminder for doctor's appointment, yada, 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 such a date and time, at that date and time, it will literally ding and go dot, 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 and whatever the label was, go to your doctor, go to your allergy doctor, whatever. It'll do that and verbally announce it. It will also ding on your phone at the same time. So when you give these commands, search my appointments, it will search both of those, it seems, at this time anyway, the time of this recording, and give you both feedback. So that's kind of interesting because so if you didn't know where you put it, either on the calendar or the reminders, it'll find either or. However, the latter one where you say search calendar kind of explicitly searches just the calendar. So that's an interesting way to kind of localize it to just that one service. Well, practice that, use that, see if you can get a little, a better idea for how that works. But it's very interesting, pretty cool how you can use that feature now. All right, well, next time we're going to be talking on our next episode about changing playback speed of audiobooks. So that's very interesting. It's a new feature, and we've talked a little bit about Audible before, which is an Audible service which has audiobooks through Amazon. We'll be talking about how you change the speed of the playback of those books. Well, once again, we've reached that time in our episode. It's time to turn your microphone back on. And I'm David Ward signing off for the New Vision program at Goodwill. And we thank you for listening.
Thanks, Dave. In conclusion, let me tell you a thing or two. This episode is brought to you by New Vision at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys, and it is also made possible in part by a grant from Community Foundation serving Western Virginia. And there's more. We're also grateful for the kind use of WVTF Studios. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments living in Southwest Virginia. For more information, check out our website at goodwillvalleys.com/newvision, with no spaces. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving the New River, Roanoke, and Shenandoah Valleys of Virginia. Goodwill's mission programs help individuals with disabilities and disadvantages to get back to work and gain greater independence. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Thanks for listening.